Face Behind the Masks by Maggie Sands.
December 2019, and a new virus, COVID-19, has hit the world, killing thousands of people. March 2020, Britain goes into lockdown. Wasn't a big deal for me though. For years I've been a bit of a recluse, not particularly wanting to go out and doing most of my shopping online. By July, the government has told everyone that they must wear a face mask. Used to get them for £5 each on eBay, but since the new rule they've more than doubled in price. Disgusting that people would extort money for such a small piece of material and a bit of elastic from such bad times. Now, one of my previous jobs was as a sewing machinist, and I still have my industrial sewing machine and overlocker upstairs in the small bedroom. Seeing it sitting there one day, and I suddenly had a great idea. I know what I'll do. I'll make face masks for my local community, and give them away for free. I was on a mission. Local people helped by donating new clean sheets and cotton duvet covers to make the masks from. I bought large rolls of elastic from eBay, as well as sewing and overlocking cottons. I looked on YouTube for the best patterns and then set to work. 6 a.m, I would start by cutting out the patterns of masks twice because every mask was double-lined. All different sizes, from kids, teenagers, ladies and men's, each in small, medium and large. Now, being a very noisy industrial sewing machine, I couldn't annoy my neighbour too early, so I'd start machining at 9 a.m. Sewing out the cut-out material together, sewing on the elastics, overlocking the ends, seam up the two masks together, and repeat. In the evening, I'd sort out my machining jobs for the next day. There was the trimming and turning, ready for the overlocking, cutting elastics into different set sizes, pairing up the two pieces of cut-out mask material all the way up till midnight. Then sleep. 5 a.m, time to get up, ready for a 6 a.m. start every day. And so it was for the next few months. I started advertising on my local Facebook group, Harold Hill community page, and before long people would come knocking to collect their free masks. Well, it started out with just a handful a day, but this soon escalated to nearly 100 a day. I couldn't keep up with the demand. Soon I had to stop people knocking at my door at all times. Not only was it interrupting my busy machining, but being disabled, it was difficult to keep going up and down the stairs non-stop. So I started taking bookings for collections, just 3 times a day. How many, who was coming, and when. Then at the allotted times, I would sit on my table at my forecourt, weather permitting, and wait for the appointed locals to come and collect their masks, in between checking messages to book more collection times. I also joined a few Facebook groups that made scrubs, tops and trousers for the local nurses at Queen's and St George's Hospital. They would deliver the already cut out pieces of material to me to sew together into completed scrubs. I made hundreds of sets while the group was running. A local care home, Abbey House, asked me to help them out, so I made over 35 sets of scrubs with matching wash bags for their care workers. Oh, there was this lady, Jean, from Facebook, who needed help making scrub hats for Basildon and Southend Hospital. I agreed. I must have sewn together around 500 or more hats for her. I lost count. Sometimes I'd be asked to make specific designs. There was this mother whose child had disabilities that wanted me to make child's face mask and matching tote bag from material she supplied, featuring his favourite character, Scooby-Doo. It was my pleasure. Oh, yes, and one person gave me a Tottenham Football Club duvet cover, so I made masks from that, and wow, they went like hotcakes. Over the next 7 months, I gave away over 4,000 face masks, some to my local doctors and church in Petersfield Avenue. One time, I phoned Dowling Sewing Machines in Basildon because I needed a new cutting blade for my overlocker. When I told him my story, he actually sent me them for free. Oh, another lovely time was when out of the blue, someone came knocking at my door with a beautiful gift presentation of flowers and a tea set sent by Tesco workers for all my hard work. Then there was someone on Facebook donating a prize of a cake display for anyone nominated who deserved it. And people were nominating me. Guess what? I won. It goes to show how kind people are. Oh, then 28th of May 2020, I was contacted by the Havering Daily newspaper to tell my story. You see, I'm not the only person who wants to help others as a community. We all help one another here in Harold Hill and the surrounding areas. But then Facebook kept accusing me of being a spammer in the group because I kept advertising my free masks, so I had to stop, which slowed down me helping the community. It then dribbled down just to word-of-mouth collections until it all came to a stop. And finally, my machining days were over. Looking back, it was a lovely time to be out on a rare shopping trip or just talking to people, and they'd say, "Are you the lady that makes the masks?" I was so proud to be that person and to be recognised for it.